Hi guys, what's happening? It's Friday, which means it's time for another CineBites. Let's get going. Good news for anyone born around the same time as me, but Richard Donner, director of my childhood favourite The Goonies, has said, once again, like he said a few times before, that there will be a Goonies 2, and this time it looks like he might be telling the truth. Richard Donner was asked in an interview by TMZ if he would be directing any more comic book movies. His response was a standard, if you class The Goonies as a comic book movie, then yes. Ain't It Cool News claimed that they did a little bit of digging, and that they found that Steven Spielberg, Richard Donner and Chris Columbus, who were all involved with the original Goonies, are all down to produce. Ain't It Cool News claim that those three men are looking for writers for the sequel, and that it does look like it's going to be focusing on the kids of the original Goonies having an adventure. So, yeah, I'm down with that. For those of you who listen to our podcast, and why wouldn't you, the link to our podcast can be found down there in the more information bar. You would have heard during our last podcast, podcast 19, that I was a little bit disappointed in the initial trailer for 22 Jump Street. Now, I love 21 Jump Street. It was a surprise hit for me and for many other people. But the first trailer for 22 Jump Street kind of left me feeling a bit there.
This 22 Jump Street.
Yeah, you say that with disdain in your voice. This.
The trailer for the 22 Jump Street has given us. I don't know if they're taking the piss about how bad the first trailer looked or not, because this trailer looks awful.
See? What I did say about the last trailer was that it looked like it was spoofing itself, and that's not what I wanted, and I was disappointed and felt kind of sad about that. The Red Band trailer came out just the other day, and you know what? This is what I want. This looks good. This is the 22 Jump Street that I want. It's a little bit silly like the first one, yes, but it also has regular comedy in it and doesn't just look like it's taking the piss out of itself for succeeding the first time around. Thank you, Red Band trailer, for filling my cold dead heart with a little bit of joy. Thanks. It was reported the other day that Fox has expressed interest in kind of fast-tracking spin-offs of its franchises, and I honestly don't think that's a great idea. Fox owns one or two Marvel franchises, such as the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, and are looking to kind of spinball off into a universe. We all know it worked with Marvel because they've spent the last, 14 years building a universe slowly around a selection of single heroes into a large-scale event in the Avengers. And Fox clearly have seen how much money that's made them, and now looks like they want to do it themselves. The main franchise currently being spoken about at the moment is a Jennifer Lawrence-led Mystique spin-off. Now, as much as I love Jennifer Lawrence, and I mean, who doesn't? She is Jennifer Lawrence. And she pulls arses into seats in the cinema because, again, she's Jennifer Lawrence. She's gold at the moment. But is the character of Mystique that they've built in the Fox's universe of these Marvel characters strong enough for her own film? I honestly don't think so. Unless the next two X-Men films are something completely different and blow me out the water.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
I just don't see it making a great deal of money. They're not the only people with Spider-Man 3 cramming lots and lots of villains in. It seems like everyone wants a piece of Marvel's cinematic pie, and that pie ain't for you. Sorry. That's all for this week. I'm Ian, this was CineBites. For more information, go to cinemagoers.co.uk. There will be a new podcast with you next week, all about video game movies. You lucky bastards, we spoil you so much. See you next week. Bye.